Welcome back, everyone. Today, I'm going to delve into a topic that has fascinated me for years: leadership. My journey to understand what makes a true leader has been long and winding. I have read a number of books on the topic, did trainings, and spent hours and hours on YouTube trying to understand what leadership actually is. Yet, most of what I encountered was cliches from the business world that did not really explain the topic to me. It wasn't until I picked up the book Leadership from Henry Kissinger that I felt now I grasp the core of what leadership is. This book not only defines the essence of leadership but also discusses vital attributes and characteristics of a leader, ending with providing a roadmap to become a leader in today's world. Within human institutions, states, religions, armies, companies, schools, leadership is needed to help people reach from where they are to where they have never been and sometimes can scarcely imagine going. Kissinger argues that leadership is not only about managing people or taking decisions. Leaders guide their societies through transition by balancing the wisdom from the past with the aspirations of the future. Every society, irrespective of its political system, is in a state of constant evolution, balancing its historical memory with a future vision. Leadership is crucial for guiding this transition by making decisions, keeping promises, earning trust, and proposing ways forward. Leaders operate at the intersection of two primary axes. Number one, past and the future, understanding historical context and intuition of the future. Number two, values and aspirations, balancing societal values and the aspirations of those they lead. Leaders must conduct realistic assessments based on history and capacities, balancing this knowledge with intuitive future projections. This approach enables the leaders to set up objectives and devise strategies to meet them. The bridge between the past and the future in leadership is courage and character. Courage means making difficult decisions and willingness to transcend the routine, while character reflects sustaining actions over time with uncertainty about the future. During transitional periods, leaders have to think creatively and diagnostically about the society's well-being, deciding which elements from the past to preserve or discard and which projections of the future to commit to, even at personal sacrifice. Good leaders elicit in their people a wish to walk alongside them. Kissinger identifies various characteristics that define great leaders. Above all, they have a very good understanding of history, which allows them to have accurate assessment of their current situation and draw realistic plans about the future. They must also be adaptable, balancing analytical skills with intuition where information is incomplete to make sound judgments. Leaders operate within a lot of constraints, such as lack of information, time criticality, other players in competition, and the continuously changing situation. Strategy describes the conclusion a leader reaches under these conditions of scarcity, temporality, competition, and fluidity. Strategists face paradoxes, where decision-making is often required when information is least available. Intuition and judgment become essential elements in these movements, as highlighted by historical figures like Winston Churchill. Instinct and judgment are not mutually exclusive, but rather complementary. Instinct provides that initial, rather subconscious insights that prompt immediate action, while judgment involves a more deliberate process of continuous analysis and reflection. Together, they form a robust decision-making framework that leverages both rapid responsiveness and thoughtful deliberation. Leaders can be categorized into two ideal types. Statesman embraces change while preserving societal stability. Most leaders manage day-to-day activities rather than being visionaries. During crises like war, economic upheaval, or technological changes, sticking to the status quo can be risky. Transformational leaders, especially far-sighted statesmen, are essential in these times. These leaders have two main tasks: preserving society by adapting to change while keeping its core identity, and balancing ambition with caution, aware of potential failures and human selfishness. They aim for progress without exceeding sustainable limits. Examples of statesmen include Westphalian leaders Bismarck, Disraeli, Franklin Roosevelt, Ataturk, and Nehru. The second ideal type of a leader is a prophet, who is a visionary, often transcending existing order but at the risk of dislocation and suffering. This type of leader focuses on what must be rather than what is possible. They justify their actions through their grand visions and aim to erase the past to create a new future. Prophetic leaders redefine possibilities and reject gradual change, aiming to transform rather than manage status quo. Historical examples of prophetic leadership include Akhenaton, Joan of Arc, Lenin, and Gandhi. While these two leadership styles may appear distinct, leaders can either move between them or combine elements of both. Great leaders exhibit both styles, adapting to changing circumstances while maintaining core values. The leaders featured in this book demonstrated 6 extraordinary qualities. These leaders were known for their directness and the ability to tell hard truths, avoiding poor-tested or focus group-oriented rhetoric. They possess a strong sense of reality and a clear vision, unlike mediocre leaders who struggle to see beyond the ordinary. Great leaders identify what is essential for an elevated future and know what must be promoted, managed, or endured. All 6 leaders could be bold, taking decisive actions on critical national issues even when the conditions seemed unfavorable. They understood the importance of solitude, benefiting from sitting and reflection away from public scrutiny, especially before taking major decisions. A common trait among these leaders was their divisiveness. They sought to take their societies on transformational paths without seeking consensus, thus accepting controversy as a natural consequence. Leaders must transcend circumstances through vision and dedication. While detailed, immediate resolutions may not be necessary, clarity on avoidable pitfalls is crucial. Wise leaders preempt challenges before they escalate into crisis. Kissinger noted that in the age of digital, technology transforms human consciousness, potentially diminishing the quality of learning. He argues that leaders need to cultivate deep literacy in order to have perspective and proportion in decision-making. It involves engaging with extended writing to anticipate an author's direction and meaning. Reading, combined with reflection and memory training, provides a leader a detailed knowledge base, thus enabling them to reason analogically. Books offer a structured reality that can be understood and managed through reflection and planning. Books foster an intergenerational conversation, offering learning with perspective. They also aspire by recording the deeds of the great leaders and serve both as a source of motivation and a cautionary tale. For those engaged in politics, deep literacy cultivates what Max Weber called proportion, the ability to remain calm and composed when facing reality. Intense reading helps leaders cultivate this mental distance from external stimuli and disturbances, thus maintaining their sense of proportion. Modern meritocracy often equates merit with intellect and effort. However, Thomas Jefferson's natural aristocracy blends virtue and talent. For meaningful public service, education and character are both essential. A deep understanding of character involves moderate actions, respect for others' rights, and consideration for distant consequences. Character is central to leadership, providing grounding in both victory and failure. Leaders featured in this book exemplified qualities of character such as integrity, determination, strategic insight, spiritual elevation, imagination, and principled leadership. Marx Weber emphasized that true political leaders have a vocation for politics, unbroken by societal stupidness or baseness, embodying resilience while facing adversity. They arise from the blend of the given and the exerted, inspiring sacrifice and service for the greater good. Faith in the future is crucial for societal greatness. Leaders must inspire public spirit and generosity, essential for navigating challenges and getting to elevated purposes. Thank you so much for being here and watching the video. Check out more content on the channel, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.